ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕೈಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ, ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಮಹಾಭಾರತದ ಮುಂದುವರಿಕೆ, ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂದರೆ ಗುರುಕುಲದ ಮುಂದುವರಿಕೆ, ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆರ್ಷೇಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ವೈದಿಕ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಅದರ ಮುಂದುವರಿಕೆನೇ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ. ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸನಾತನವಾಗಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವೇ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವುದು ಅವರ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಆ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸುಳ್ಳುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಬಂದು, ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋ ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ಸುಳ್ಳುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣ ಈಗ ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ವಾದಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಬ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ನಮ್ಮ RSS ಶಾಖೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಶಾಖೆಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಆಹಾ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತವನ್ನು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಭಾಷೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ರು. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಭಗವಧ್ವಜವನ್ನು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಧ್ವಜ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ರು. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸಂಘ ಪರಿವಾರದ ನಿಲುವನ್ನೇ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಥರದ ಹಲವಾರು ಕಥೆಗಳಿವೆ. ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಚರ್ಚೆ? ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ದೀರ್ಘವಾದಂಥ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೊಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಭಾಷೆ ಬೇಕಾ, ಯಾವ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಭಾಷೆ? ಈ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ತಾನೇ ನಾವು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರನ್ನ ವಿರೋಧಿಸಿ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಇದ್ಕೊಡು, ಹಾಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂದಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ದಕ್ಷಿಣದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹಿಂದಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಹಿಂದಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದವ್ರು, ಹಿಂದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದವ್ರು. ಆಗ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಜೋಬಿಯಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಜಗಳ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಅನಾನುಕೂಲ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಯಾವುದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಅನಾನುಕೂಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ. ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದವರೆಗೂ ಅನಾನುಕೂಲ, ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅನಾನುಕೂಲ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ರು, BS ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ RSS ಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ಸದಸ್ಯ, ಹೆಡ್ಗೇವಾರ್ಗೆ ಗುರು ತರ. ಸಾವರ್ಕರ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ತಿಲಕ್ ಗುರುನು, RSS ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ಹೆಡ್ಗೇವಾರ್ಗೆ BS ಮುಂಚೆ ಆತನ ಬೆಂಬಲದಿಂದಲೇ ಇದ್ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. 1930 ಈ 31 ರೌಂಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಸ್ವಾಯತ್ತ ಹಾಗೂ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ರೀತಿಯ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೂನಾ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಪೂನಾ ಒಪ್ಪಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದ್ರೋಹ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ದಲಿತರಿಗೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವಿಮೋಚನೆಯೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ವಿಮೋಚನೆಯೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹಿಂದೂವಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಹಿಂದೂವಾಗಿ ಸಾಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡ್ಕ ಉಂಟು. ಯಾರಲ್ಲಿ? ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನಡ್ಕ ಉಂಟು, ಹಿಂದೂ ಮಹಾಸಭಾದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡ್ಕ ಉಂಟು. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಗರಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೋಮುವಾರ ಪ್ರಾತಿನಿಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಸೀಟುಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, 30% ಇರುವಷ್ಟು ದಲಿತರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಸೀಟುಗಳು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಾಂಧಿ ಇವರುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿಧಾಯಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ದಲಿತರ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಮುಖ ತೊಳಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ತಿನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ. ಇವು ಹಿಂದೂ ಮಹಾಸಭಾ ಏನು, ಹಿಂದೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ತುಳಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ದಲಿತರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಹೆಂಗಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದೂ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ BS ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳೋ ಮಾತನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. BS ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾವಿಗೆ ಹಾಲೆರದಂತೆ. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಾವಿಗೆ ಹಾಲೆರದಂತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇಡೀ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ನಾವು ಸೈನ್ಯದ ತರಬೇತಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈನ್ಯದ ತರಬೇತಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು? ಬರೀ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮರನ್ನ ವಿರೋಧಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾಯಕರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಜನರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಇಂಥ ನೂರಾರು ಕಥೆಗಳಿವೆ. ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ಆಧಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸ್ವರೂಪದ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಾತಿಯನ್ನ ಹಾಗೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಉಳಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ಗಳ ಲೂಟಿ ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದ ಕೇವಲ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ 400 ಸಾವುಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸರ್? ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾಲೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಮಾಸ್ನ ಕೊಂದಾಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 56,000 ಜನರನ್ನು ಕೊಂದಾಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಕ್ಸಲೈಟನ್ನ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಆ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಸಂಪತ್ತನ್ನು, ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಲಸಂಪತ್ತನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ದಾಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, ಅಜಿತ್ ದೋವಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಆತ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು, ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ವಾರ್ಫೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅದು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. 3ನೇ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೆಮಾಕ್ರಸಿ, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ನ ರೆಮನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜನರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವ ಧ್ವನಿಗಳನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿಕ್ಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರನ್ನ ಶೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇವಲ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿರೋ ನಕ್ಸಲರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿರೋ ನಕ್ಸಲರಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಬಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಭೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ನಕ್ಸಲರು. ಈ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ನಕ್ಸಲರು ಯಾರು? ಅರ್ಬನ್ ನಕ್ಸಲರು BJP ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ನಕ್ಸಲರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಲೆಫ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಡವಾದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ನಕ್ಸಲರು ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ದಾಳಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿನ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮಂತ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಗಳು ಬಾಲನವರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೋಬಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೋಬಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇರೆ ಭಗತ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭಗತ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ವರ್ಗ ಭೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಮೊದಲ ದಾಳಿ ಯಾರು ಈ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿರೋಧವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ವಿರೋಧವನ್ನು ವಿರೋಧರಹಿತ ಭಾರತ, ಬರೀ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಮುಕ್ತ ಭಾರತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಬಯಸ್ತಿರೋದು, ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮುಕ್ತ ಭಾರತ, ವಿರೋಧ ಮುಕ್ತ ಭಾರತ. ವಿರೋಧ ಮುಕ್ತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬರೀ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವಿರೋಧ ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಿಂದಲೇ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಅದು ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಸಮ್ಗೂ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ತರುವಂಥ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದರ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ವಾರ್ಫೇರ್, ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ವಾರ್ಫೇರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಸಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳನ್ನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಸಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಸಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದ ಪುನರುತ್ಥಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
I'm appreciating initially the PDF to organize this small camp, because now having this type of small gatherings are also becoming very, as my friend Sundar has spoken something about various aspects, but I follow a little bit because I am not well-versed in Kannada. He spoke several things about Rashtra and the ideology BJP, and how systematically they are coming forward to make India as Vikasit Bharat. So the word has very prominence coming from the mouths of the ruling class, especially Modi and Amit Shah. So they want Vikasit Bharat by 2047. That is the agenda of, we may not say that it is agenda of, once it is an agenda of RSS or Sangh Parivar, now it is an agenda of an Indian government, because the helm of affairs, the Indian government is now ruling by these Hindu fascist forces. So So now, an unofficial agenda, they made it as an official agenda. So we know since long time the RSS and Sangh Parivar have been trying to convert our society into society, and they openly declared that they have no faith in Indian Constitution, and they have burned the Indian Constitution in Goa, their conference that we all know. So till then, it is an agenda of a party or an organization, but now it became an agenda of the government, loaded with full arms and ammunitions and whatnot, everything, all logistics getting from Washington or Moscow. So supply getting of all these things, either Russia or America or China, all are one and the same. And deploying the thousands and lakhs of paramilitary forces and tanks, rocket launchers in the midst of the country where they are supposed to be safeguard the borders of our nation. So with this official agenda of Vikasit Bharat, now the central government is functioning. So what is Vikasit Bharat? We have to deeply understand what is the philosophy behind it and how they are going forward with that agenda, and tomorrow where this will lead, and tomorrow where we will land and our society will land. That is most important. So Vikasit Bharat, they are telling that by 2047, so our Indian economy will achieve $5 trillion of economy, and will become one of the number one country in the world, in the globe, and self-sufficiency, everything they are telling. But that is not the real agenda. Of course, even if suppose on the lines of GDP or something, the so-called, I am very poor in economics, and these people are telling that our GDP is growing like anything, but crores of population will pushing towards poverty. That is altogether different. So day before yesterday or today, it seems that I read in some newspaper that 1% of our some very few people of some 200 and something they are commanding, and they are enjoying the wealth of one-third of wealth of our nation. So that cannot be a wealth of the society. That is the wealth of some corporate. So there is a link between this. Even $5 trillion concept is linking with the corporatization. So even if India achieves that $5 trillion economy, and who will be the beneficiaries? The beneficiaries are Ambanis and Adanis, like etc., not the common man. So keeping aside the openly telling agenda of central government, now to make forward of their agenda officially in the year 2022 in Haryana, some place where it is someone place in Haryana. Surajpur. Yes, Surajpur. The government officially had a conference in the name of national security. In the name of national security, they have drawn a plan. The plan is what earlier Sundar said, that they don't want the people to oppose the government. And how to silence the people? How to silence the people? How to silence the struggles? So, in order to silence the struggle, first of all, they want to silence the people who are raising voice against the anti-people policies of the nation. So that's why the people who raises their voice and who is speaking for democracy, they are branded as urban Naxalites or anti-democrats and anti-nations. And we have witnessing this Bhima Koregaon case and other Sai Baba case and all other cases. And in that way, they have started long back, and slowly they have openly draw a plan. So as per their plan, on one hand they want to silence the Democrats. Democrats, the definition is very broad, and sometimes Rahul Gandhi also comes under the definition of a Democrat, and in some other context he may be a Democrat, or his government may be undemocratic, anti-people, that is altogether different. So even in the eyes of this central government, in the eye of Modi or Shah, Rahul Gandhi is also an anti-nation. They are openly criticizing. Nothing they have. Now they don't want to. They nakedly came out. They don't want to hide anything, and they have dare enough to brand anybody, including the opposition leader in parliament, to brand him as anti-nation. And these people are afraid if he speaks something in favor of Muslims, tomorrow Modi or Amit Shah may brand us as anti-national. That is the fear complexity now the opposition is facing in the parliament itself. That's why they are not raising their voice openly. Though they internally they are telling several things on the platform of the parliament, which is the dais, to express the views, political views of the opposition parties or any member elected by our people. But the MPs who are elected by the people of this country is not in a position to open their mouth. That is the helm of affairs which we are witnessing, literally. So in that conference, they have, by 2026, they want to eradicate this Maoist finance. They particularly used the word finance. So how they are going, in which direction they are, their thought process is going. So when the people of this country, under the leadership of a political party, whether we may have acceptance with their policies or not, that is altogether different. You may accept and I may not accept. But it is a political party, and going since several years, struggling on behalf of the people in order to protect the rights of various sections of the people, especially Adivasis. So the central government wants to eradicate the Maoist party, especially from its strongholds. That's why they have deployed thousands and thousands of paramilitary forces, and in each and every tehsil now they are setting up camps. Not previously, if you go Chhattisgarh, so somehow, though the rights groups are facing several repression or obstructions, and in very few occasions we succeeded to go inside the Chhattisgarh. Now Chhattisgarh is a foreign country. You cannot enter, I cannot enter, and you cannot enter. If you want to enter, you have to take permission. You won't get permission. Even at least you may get a visa to visit America or any country, but you may not get visa to visit Chhattisgarh. And simply they are obstructing the rights groups which wants to go to Chhattisgarh inside to know what is going inside the Chhattisgarh, or if any encounter took place for fact finding, they are simply preventing. What they are saying? They are saying simply that, sir, there is a danger to your life. We are here to protect your life. Your life is important. So just to safeguard your life, we are not allowing. That is the answer. That is the answer why you are stopping us. The simplest answer. There is no anything else. So sometimes we succeeded to one step back and went in some other way to the inside and done some backfire. And till 2020 or 2018, there were only camps in district headquarters. For one camp, one military camp in one district, Sukma district, Dantewada, Bijapur, like very few police camps are there. Now what they did is, they developed the roads, they developed the infrastructure, not for the sake of the Adivasis, for the sake of going tanks, going taking rocket launchers, and carrying the thousands and thousands of military vehicles into the camps. So for which they have developed the infrastructure, and now we ourselves will be wondered that in a deep Dandakaranya we can find 4-lane blacktop roads, not single, 4-lane blacktop roads we can find in Bastar. So that is the development. Here I would like to say one thing. Last year, in the November 18th of 2024, the British government has banned Adivasi Bachao, Moolavasi Bachao Andolan, something. So that organization, which has been fighting for three years at Silingere, when in the year 2020, when the police have opened fire indiscriminately on a village and killed 6 people and wounded 25 people, and that protest was against the establishing of a police camp there. So since then that fighting is going on. So in 2024, November 18, the Chhattisgarh government has banned that organization, citing the reason. Can you expect anybody? Normally, if the government wants to ban an organization, so they may brand it is a terrorist organization. So Balan sir is well versed about the 41 banned organization of UPA. This is also banned organization. So they have not banned this organization in the name of terrorist organization. They have banned, citing the reason, this organization is against for the development. This organization is obstructing the development of Adivasi areas in Chhattisgarh. This organization is working against the interest of Adivasis. So our government is here to uplift the lives of the Adivasis, and this is causing obstruction. On this reason, we are banning this organization. That is the reason cited by the Chhattisgarh government. So tomorrow, blindly, the committee which is constituted to see whether that ban is right or wrong, legal or illegal, automatically we can expect that they will decide that it is legally valid one. And if somebody like Balan or myself being advocates will challenge it either before High Court or Supreme Court, the judges also will say that it is legally valid. So we can't expect any justice in the court of law in India right now. So that is the state of affairs. So when, as per their plan of 2022, Haryana, they have deployed and they have started to use this rocket launches, and they have started to use the drone technology. And the drones, now we can see, if we go to the English movie, we can see graphics. In the sky, all the drones are like they are coming and going. The same situation we can find right now in Chhattisgarh Adivasi areas. All 24 hours, even including night times, the drones are moving over the areas. And there is no privacy to any single Adivasi in Bastar area. So they are always under the surveillance. And they are always The paramilitary forces are visiting each and every village and searching, cordon search. We can find somewhere in Bangalore, some area police have searched some area, some that is called cordon search. If they got any suspicion, they used to search. That is called cordon search. So these cordon searches of each and every village of Bastar area is a day-to-day affair. Every day, hundreds and hundreds of these paramilitary forces will go to a village and they will search and they will beat and sometimes they will rape the woman, Adivasi woman. So this is every day is going on. Nothing is coming out to the eternal world, except the police themselves has announced that there is a encounter. So this much of number of casualties is there. After showing these dead bodies, the news is coming out. So before that, whether is there any real encounter or is there any real exchange of fire, nobody knows. Whatever the news that is going to supply by the information officers of the police department, that information we are seeing and we are reading. So no independent source of information is coming out from the, especially in Chhattisgarh Bastar area. So as their plan, they have started initially this operation Kagar has started with the casualty of a small kid in a village. Her mother is giving breastfeeding to his child. The police is indiscriminately opened fire and police bullet will go through the hand of the mother and it will touch the body of a kid and died instantaneously. Subsequently, the police tried to shut up that incident, but it came out and they took that mother and took him in their custody for 10 days or years and so. But finally, we know the outcome and they may not dare enough to go forward. And that is happened 2024 January 1st. So, since January 2024 till now, especially in Bastar area, the casualties are 236 or 37 and the rest of the areas and including Odisha and also together around 400 people. So among these 400 people, more than 1/3 are the villages. Only 60% or 62% of the casualties are the Maoist party guerrilla squad leaders and others. But 35% of are 100% total innocent villages. These are the statistics issued by the Maoist party recently. They have given the names also, who are the villagers and what happened, how they killed. So now we are witnessing a genocide. This killing is nothing but a genocide. Genocide of Adivasis. So now how the government is training these forces is that if any battalion will go to a place and in order to achieve their object is and their target is that you go and kill as many as Maoists. If Maoists are not available, as many as the Adivasi. The truth is, the horrible truth is, for each 2 weeks or a month, a calendar month, the government is giving targets, just like in a corporate hospitals, the corporate management is giving target to a gynecologist, I think I heard. So this month you have to done this much of cesareans. So 15 or 20 or 30, whatever it may be. Like that, the government are giving targets to these paramilitary forces that in this calendar month you have to kill this much of people. Either they may be Maoists or Adivasis. If Maoists are not available, you kill Adivasis. So that's why they are even before starting these combing and other things, and they will go to a nearby village and they will keep some of the villagers in their custody. In their custody, this is whether we may not believe, at least it's unbelievable things, but it is a hard reality. So they will go and take some of the villagers into their captivity, and in that particular operation, their target is suppose 15-20 Maoists. If they are unable to get 15 or 20 Maoists, if any count is less, and these people will be added as to level the score. So that what actually is going into this. So in that way, the central government, in order to achieve their goal of Maoist Mukti Bharat or Vikasit Bharat. So the Amit Shah, we know, all of us know that by 2026, so we will finish the entire Maoist party. And we know that whether in a physical form Maoist party will sustain or not sustain, that's altogether different. And the ruling classes has to know that they cannot kill a thought process from the mind of a human being. He may be a Hindu, or he may be a Muslim, or he may be Christian, he may be Dalit or Adivasi, whoever they may be. Just if you are a human being and if you are a Democrat, definitely in our minds will have a thought process. That is a democratic thought process. And that democratic thought process is nothing but questioning the injustice. So when injustices are there, you have to question. So that's why one scholar is stated that it's not the danger to the society that if we are not fighting with the enemy openly, but our silence of a citizen is more dangerous. So that's why this philosophy or this thought process is known very well to the ruling class. That's why they want to silence this thought process. So that's why they are using various means and methods. NIA is a tool in the hands of the government, and they want to silence the people who are outside the forest, who are in the society or in the mainstream politics. So from all corners, on one hand they want to physically eliminate, on the other hand they want to silence the Democrats and Democratic thought process. So simultaneously, in both the ways, they are going forward. So I am also one of the victim of NIA raids. One fine morning, NIA came to my house and surrounded, and so my area nobody knows that I am having this type of politics and other things. And newly I have shifted to I built a small house and I have shifted to that house. And the neighboring people knows only that I am an advocate. They don't know my affiliation to other things. And fine morning, within by 5:30 I think so. Even the clouds are not, the light is not bright. So surrounded the house with AK-47 rifles and everything, 10 to 15 people, and another Mufti people, 10 to 15. So they have raided the house, and it went on up to 10 o'clock or something, and they couldn't find anything in house that altogether different. They have seen my mobile and some literature. Literature is nothing but a literature of civil liberties and literature of novels like that. So, like that, the people, the state is terrorizing. Literally, who are the terrorists? State is biggest terrorist. So, state is terrorizing the people in different forms, in different ways. Now the state went to an extent of terrorizing the opposition parties. They are silencing their voice. If you don't want to join with us, tomorrow ED will knock the doors of your house. That is the order of the day. So, in that way, in all means. So, sometimes when initially, in my initial days, in our politics, we used to say that our ruling class is one and the same. In Telugu, Dondu Donde. So, ruling class, whether it is opposition or ruling class, tomorrow we will come, both are one and the same. Now the strategy is changed. The Hindutva, fascist Hindutva forces is not tolerating even the so-called democratic opposition parties. Even they want to suppress the also. So that's why they have given a call, Mukta Congress Bharat. Congress Mukta Bharat. So they don't want even the Congress party, which is in fact enemy of the people of this nation for the past 70 years. For the past 70 years, Congress is the enemy of this nation. So now it became enemy to the Hindu fascist forces. So that is the scenario which we are witnessing right now. So that is the dangerous situation. But this Vikasit Bharat is anti-people. This Vikasit Bharat is anti-minorities. This Vikasit Bharat is anti-working class, anti-democratic, autocratic state, and it is pro for corporates. It is pro for Hindutva forces. It is pro for fascists. So, by 2047, the present ruling class and the Hindu fascist forces joined together want to make our country as a Hindu fascist nation. Ek Bhasha, one language, one culture, common civil code, common culture, everything they want to destroy the federal structure of the nation. One election. So thereby they want to destroy the indigenous cultures of unity in diversity. If you go to Assam, we find a different culture. If you go to Kerala, we can find a different culture. If you go to Kashmir, we can find a different culture. So we all know that our country is a unity in diversity, enjoying a different kind of cultures. So all these things they want to go, they want to remove, or they want to vanish, and they want to ruin. And only in order to establish an autocratic, a fascist nation in the name of Vikasit Bharat, they are making forward. But now, and again, it is high time to the people like us to think more and more and to spread the danger which we are facing and how it leads tomorrow. And with that vision, we have to constantly raise our voice, and we have to pledge that we will go forward to Mukta Bharat of without BJP, without fascist forces, or without these corporate forces, and for we are not we have a dream of anything else, of communism, etc., and equality, everything. At least we have to build a democratic society, a democratic government. That should be our prime concern. And I am appealing this gathering that please think once again that when genocide is going on in front of us, and what should we do? And we have to propagate on various forums, national, international forums. Or so recently, the Supreme Court suo motu visited Manipur, and with the leadership of Gawai, Justice Gawai and others, and they have made some observations. So that's why we are thinking and we are consulting with other people also, to make an open appeal to at least the CJ, to send a suo motu judicial team, at least they may allow. They are not allowing that anyway, to allow to visit Chhattisgarh Bastar area to know what is going on. And there is already law is there. We all know that nobody has any power to kill other person. Even Mongolians are waging war, are having arms, and it doesn't mean we go and search and hunt them and kill them. No law permits. So there are various instances are there, and in front of us, the genocide is going on, and we have to raise our voice and at least make an appeal even to the judiciary to visit the Chhattisgarh or to knock the doors of the Supreme Court to stop this type of genocide. And already judgments are there. APCLC filed a case before AP High Court, and the Constitutional Bench has given a judgment, unanimous judgment. That is, in any encounter, the case has to be registered against the police under 302, and the police has to prove themselves that they are innocent. That has been challenged before the Supreme Court, but that judgment was not struck down. But the Supreme Court simply given a 2 pages judgment that you follow the PUCL judgment. So what PUCL judgment says? PUCL judgment says for each and every state DGP or any of the police officers. So that's why we are thinking to challenge the review of. That's why we are thinking to challenge the review of the judgments, are also making an appeal to the Supreme Court this year.